Reverend Durley, thank you so much for your inspiring thoughts and your prayers. What a great way to close these 4 days of the summit. And your comment on the constitutional right for clean air and clean water, I don't know if I've heard that before, but it sounds like really the right thing to do. And then also your comments on sacrifice and risk. It's probably bigger sacrifice and a bigger risk if we don't succeed. So,
absolutely.
Meighen.
I mean, if you don't feel the power by now, if you don't feel like you're ready for the battlefield, I don't know if you're listening to Reverend Durley, because he's the one person army that's bringing us all in. So thank you, Reverend Dr. Durley, for your inspiration, your call to action, holding us all accountable.
Well, it's going to take a while to digest all this. And, Meighen, maybe you can tell people what comes next. But before that, I want to thank you and thank Ashley and the entire ecoAmerica family who have put so much heart and soul and work into this American Climate Leadership Summit.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so hard. Thank you, Bob. And I want to thank the team as well. We've got 20 hours, 34 sessions, nearly 100 speakers who have participated in today. And, it's hard to wrap it all up. But, one thing that each of these sessions have in common is that all the speakers accept the reality of climate change. They accept the urgency of our situation, the need for justice, the availability of solutions today, the inertia and intransigence of businesses and politicians, and the need to focus and step up, and much more than what we're even doing now. We need to build people power to overcome the climate crisis, and we need to engage everyone every day in climate solutions. Bob, you talked about that in your opening session. And really to choose our news sources and see what's going all around us, because it's our responsibility to act on climate now.
Yeah, Meighen, the era of climate consequences is now upon us. And wow, you must have been listening to Gerald or Reverend Ewart or Bill McKibben, or maybe it was Catherine today.
Yes, and I was thinking of Ada Crandall, Briante McCorkle, Daphne Frias, Yvette Ariana, all the young people, the people of color, the frontline activists we heard from over the past 4 days who are dedicating their lives to the climate fight. They motivate me, and I really learned from them. I'm also motivated by my own children, my own family. They keep me energized and moving forward, and they are my why, as we talked about on day one.
I heard a song earlier this week, and the lady who was singing said, "I can hear the voice of my great-granddaughter saying, 'Fight for me now.'" Ain't that the truth? I can hear the voices of my own grandkids saying, fight for me now." Millions upon millions of Americans are suffering right now. Billions of people, our entire future has been compromised by the thoughtlessness and selfishness of my privileged generation. That's what we have to do, is fight for the future, fight for the marginalized communities, fight for them now.
Absolutely. Fight for our brothers and sisters. And the question is how? There was so much leadership at this year's summit showing the way. The people you mentioned, Reverend Yearwood, Bill McKibben, Catherine Hayhoe, and the others I was mentioning, like Jerome Foster, Sharon Levine, Joetta Stevenson, Reverend Erica Williams, and Dahlia Rockowitz, Congressman McEachin, and of course, Reverend Durley and so many others. They are pointing the way.
Yeah, it seems to break down to three things. Why climate matters to you. We need to get a handle on that and amp it up tenfold, live our values. Even more importantly, as Catherine Hayhoe said, why climate matters to the people around you. The you part gives you the passion and energy you need to do this work. The other people around you, those people you need to influence in your personal life, in your workplace, in your community, and with policymakers, that's what makes you effective. And you have to empower those people, help them talk about climate to everyone every day. Sounds ridiculous, but there should hardly be a conversation that goes by when you don't mention the word climate change. And even more so, you have to help them understand how they can make a difference, empower everyone around you.
Absolutely. And I would say it's also to take care of yourself and the people around you. You know, if you're not strong, if you're not healthy and energized, you can't do this work. So take care of yourself. And even more so, you need to be a secure and stable base for yourself, for your children, for your friends, for your family. You know, climate change is scary. We talked about that today. But as Reverend Erica says, our backs are up against a wall, and it's no time for us to give in to fear. If you know about it, and if you are making a difference, and if you're showing others that you can make a difference, it builds confidence in everyone around you.
And Meighen, I started with some thank yous, and we're back there. And I think you had some thank yous too.
You know, I really want to thank you to, of course, the whole ecoAmerica staff who's been amazing. I also want to thank all the finalists and winners of the American Climate Leadership Awards. We learn so much from your work. We're going to get out the replication guides as fast as we can, so that all of us can model their great leadership and be more effective in our work.
And thank you to the speakers, all of you, all the attendees, and the behind the scenes production team who invested so much of your time bringing this summit to life. It went well. We couldn't do it without you. And Meighen, you get the closing comment.
Yeah, you're going to be getting a couple of emails from us. You know, I want to thank you all who are attending for being here. I hope that you learned a lot. I hope that you got a lot from this. We'll be recapping all of the sessions in a recommendations report, and also putting the sessions on YouTube for you to watch on demand. And so look forward to that. You'll be getting some emails from us. Be sure to sign up for ecoAmerica's newsletter, as well as the programs Blessed Tomorrow, Path to Positive Communities, and Climate for Health. So lots more coming your way, and ability to reconnect with these sessions. But first, before we close out, we want you to do and participate in the final networking session. So on the left-hand side of your screen, you'll see the word networking. Click on it now for spontaneous one-on-one conversations with fellow attendees. It's super fun. If you haven't tried it, try it now. It's your last chance to connect with folks in the summit. And I just want to close by saying thank you for being here. Thank you for all you've done to lead on climate. And if we want to listen to Reverend Durley and get going today, and get out on that battlefield, you've got it. You can do it. We look forward to working with you. Thank you, everybody.